Hopefully, it's a good fucking fight, man. I'm fucking excited.
We're gonna be live commentating and have Dana White come kick down our doors, or what's up?
Huh? Dana White, fucking Dana White's cool. I thought he used to. I used to think he was a dick, but I actually like him now. He's still a
Why do you
dick
like
though,
him now?
cause he don't give a fuck,
That's fair.
and I can always appreciate that.
I
What's
mean,
up, bro?
I think is let me see that can. What you
What's up?
drinking right there? What is that? Let the people know.
I got this. Oh, it's in Spanish too. Mentalidad Mamba on this side right here. Mamba mentality on the other side right here. Got that 24 on there. You already know who. You already
Yeah,
know who.
yeah,
You already know
yeah,
who this is
yeah,
paying
yeah,
respects to.
yeah, yeah.
God damn. And the flavor and everything does it justice. I hope they paid the Bryant family to use his likeness on this. Um, but I mean,
Imagine.
shout out to I don't even know what brewery this is, but it's pretty good. Attitude Brewing Company, pretty good.
Actually, that's the one where I had that OG Pineapple Express hazy one. That's the same brewery, and I had that
Uh,
one back in like October. That shit's
I
fire.
I remember you had like a Kobe looking one too. And I was gonna ask you if it's the same one as this one or not.
Yeah, I've had that one that you're drinking. I've had that one. I've had their Pineapple Express one, and I had some other one that's like the Mamba Mentality. No, it's not Mamba Mentality. It's some other shit, but I think it's from the brewery Pariah, and it had like some snake skin on it. And it had the same Lakers color scheme.
Sick, sick.
And then I don't know if you remember, it was the one that had that print at the bottom of the can that said 81 on Jalen Rose.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember
That
that.
was,
I remember that.
yeah, it's not the same brewery, but it's a different brewery, and they were paying their respects to Kobe, I guess. But yeah, they're all fire as drinks, you guys. So if you need a nice IPA, any of those three would do. Any of those three would do. But right now I'm drinking that classic Rockstar energy drink. I didn't feel like drinking the same beer
Ah,
from last week. I know, my bad. I don't want to drink the same beer from last week. And then we were on a crunch time, so I didn't want to like waste time going to the store and then getting some beers. So I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna just go home. I'll see how I feel. I went home and I was like, nah, I don't even feel like drinking right now. So I'm sorry you guys let you guys down. I decided to consume 63 grams of sugar in sec. God damn. Fuck. Anyway,
letting
it's a
all of us
fuckload of
down,
sugar.
but fuck it. You smoking anything? I'm over here smoking some autumn brands over here. Got a nice little joint rolled up and
Is
lit.
that a pre-roll or is that you? Is that all you?
Boy, boy. Bro, here at the This Food Podcast, we roll all of our blunts, all of our joints. What the fuck?
Damn, with
I
that
got the
TDE shout out or what?
I got the TDE ashtray right here, ready to go.
Damn.
Shout out to Autumn Brands. Shout out to TDE. Where the fuck the album's
Damn.
at?
What
We
the
were
fuck?
promised a Schoolboy Q album before the year finished, and then what the fuck?
That boy busy. Let that man live. Um
That boy is busy.
you know what? I'm at that point where I just feel like letting artists take as much time as they need for music. You feel me? Like they gotta go through some things. They gotta live
Yeah.
life a little to talk about it. You can't expect album after album if they ain't going through anything if they're not experiencing the world between albums.
Hey, I understand that, but Schoolboy Q himself was the one that was like, "Hey, album at the end of the year," and I was like, "All right, like you just dropped Crash Talk, but if you want to drop another album, go for it."
Hey man, I'm all for it. I'll never get tired of some Schoolboy Q. The minute he said two-door coupe, I immediately had to go get a
I
fucking
was
coupe.
fucking mad. Yep, the sedan I had just bought. I'd send that shit back. Fucking. So I don't care if that shit depreciated $5,000 as soon as I put it in the shop. I returned it because of that song.
Oh my god, that's funny. Um, damn. So what's good, bro? You good? You ready for these fights? In case you guys don't know, we're each, watching UFC 260 at our pads respectively. And
Social distance.
social distance. No, not really. We're just like uh yeah, right now we are watching a flyweight belt between Robertson and Maverick.
Mhm.
This is my first time watching these two fight. I'm not surprised that they go ham, because women. Um, but yeah, so we're just waiting for Ngannou and Stipe, you guys. So of
Yes,
course we
sir.
bought this. Of course we bought pay-per-view, you guys. So don't get that
Dana
shit
White.
twisted.
Yeah, chill the fuck
Then
out, Dana White. Chill the
chill
fuck
the
out.
fuck out, bro. I paid. I got the receipts, dog. I'll send you that receipt right now.
I got the fight
Um,
pass, bro. Chill.
I know. Don't come for us, dog. We're just fans. But anyway,
We got
um,
we got O'Malley coming up next. I just remember the hair from him. He's going off of Almeida. That's gonna be a good one too. I think I got Almeida taking that one. Um, what about you?
I think I got O'Malley. Yeah.
We got some good fights, and then we got Woodley, Luque. I'm not sure how to say that. Might be butchering it, but I mean, I'm a Tyron Woodley fan, and it was sad. I was really disappointed seeing him get destroyed by Usman when he lost the title. I don't know when
Yeah.
that was, but a few years ago. So I'd really like to see him come back and really be another title contender.
He's
So I'm
he's
really
been on a losing streak as of right now, hasn't he?
hmm
Damn, that sucks.
so no nothing against Luque or Luke. I'm not sure how to say his name, but I'm rooting
Yeah.
for Woodley on that one. What about you?
No, I definitely want to see Willie come back. I hate seeing fighters on losing streaks because I mean you only see the result. The same result usually happens. They end up just like getting dropped from UFC or some whack
Yeah.
shit. Like BJ Penn was a favorite of mine when I first started getting into UFC. But when he started losing like his last few fights, like they just dropped his ass. They released him. So like I don't want to see any fighter go through that because a lot of
Yeah.
these guys train their life to do this shit. So that
Hell
sucks. Like
yeah.
imagine you're on top of the world and then you just have a hard roll down the mountain. That's fucked up.
So with Cody Garbrandt, that's another guy who I can remember who had a little losing streak. But now I know he got a victory just a couple of weeks ago, so I'm glad to see that he's back on the right track too. And I hoping that Woodley joins him on that.
Yes, sir.
But then in the main event, we got two bad motherfuckers going at it. God damn,
Who we got, dog?
I'm a big Stipe Miocic fan. He's a bad
Mm,
motherfucker. I respect him 100%. I was sad. I was sad and happy to see him beat DC just because DC is my favorite. But I was also happy for him. And kind of same scenario here. I'll be really sad to see him lose the title, but I'm gonna have to take Ngannou on this fight. I think
mm.
he's going to win. And I would also want him to win just because of his incredible stories. It was honestly inspirational. And this is a rematch, so hopefully he learned from the first time and he's gonna go at it again.
Mm-hmm.
I can only say best of luck to those two bad motherfuckers out there.
May the baddest motherfucker win.
hmm
That's all I can say.
Who do you got?
Um,
Who do you got?
ever since I saw Ngannou's interview on JRE, I literally have been rooting for him so much leading up to this fight. I really want him to fucking win, but there's that part of me inside from watching them.
hmm
I just feel like Stipe is gonna come out with that dub. Whether it's a knockout, TKO decision, it doesn't matter. I don't think it'll be a submission win. But I just see Stipe coming out with that dub. And that breaks my heart because when you hear Ngannou's story, for those of you that don't know, I strongly suggest you go to JRE. You know how Spotify account. Stop being stupid. Open a Spotify account, subscribe to JRE, and look for Ngannou's episode.
And the
That
This Food
shit.
podcast. Don't forget about the This Food
Oh,
podcast.
and this full podcast. Come on, dog. You can't leave us out there. You can't go on Spotify.
Officially
They're
on
not subscribe us.
Spotify.
Exactly. We made it. We're there if we're on Spotify. We fucking made it, dog.
We're on the
We're
same
gonna
platform as Joe Rogan, bitch.
um, but yeah, man, just like Ngannou's whole story when I was watching that interview, that shit would get sad sometimes just hearing how he had to fucking travel his way through to make it or to start at least. Fuck, man.
That shit. That shit
That
was
shit.
very inspirational, and that shit made me realize I haven't been through the shit.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
that's exactly how
goddamn,
I felt. When I heard his story, I was like, fuck, man, I'm taking the public education system for granted. This
yeah,
motherfucker had to choose work or education. And it's just fuck, no child should ever be forced to choose between the two.
yeah. His
Doesn't
his
matter where
story
you are.
his story was so touching that I honestly feel that I'm fucking about to step into the octagon, even though that feeling I'm sure is a lot worse than what I'm feeling. But But yeah, man, like I'm fucking rooting for him, and I hoping he walks out of there with the fucking heavyweight title.
Oh yeah, I really hope so too. Because not only that, but now we're gonna have Ngannou and Jones next.
Mm,
If Ngannou wins, which deep down I'm hoping for. It's just that part of me that's wants to stay grounded. Feels like the more logical guy to win, I guess you say, will be Stipe. Just because, like, fucking look at Stipe, man. Look at his track record. This is just a bad motherfucker.
yeah, you
You
know what?
know?
Bringing up Jones, like I want Ngannou to win tonight, but if you were to ask me who would I rather see fight Jones, I'd rather have Miocic fight Jones for some reason. What about you?
Uh, well, that's the weird thing because I think I have to see the first round of the main event. Just because I know that Ngannou had his moments in their first bout, and Ngannou caught him a couple times, had a couple good moments. But the thing is, Ngannou needed more molding. You know, he was still kind of a swinging for the fences type of fighter,
Yeah, yeah.
and at least in professional fighting, you need a little bit more technique than that. I mean, the dude. I mean, you get caught by one hit with Ngannou, it's fucking, you're done. You know, you're fried. You're fucking. It's over, dog. You're not coming back.
Mm,
Um, you're not coming back for the fight, I should say. But yeah, just the fact that he's been training with Teddy Atlas leading up to this fight and making the adjustments needed from their first fight. I really hope Ngannou made the adjustments for Stipe. I hope I don't see wild swinging. I hope I see a lot more technique, a lot more proper jabs and crosses and hooks. Because those motherfuckers, those uppercuts he be throwing, damn, you could tell that shit's coming from power. It's just it sucks that it seems like he's not aiming them or there's no precision. There's no precision to
mm,
them. He's just throwing them, and hoping to land. And that's the last thing you want to do in a fight. You don't want to hope to land. You want to land at least as accurately as possible. Um, but in my head, I'm thinking too, yo, if Ngannou fucking made the adjustments, you can't assume Stipe wouldn't make adjustments to probably Ngannou's adjustments. It's a game of chess, not checkers.
yeah.
So I'm assuming both men are making the adjustments for what they expect to see. And like I said, I think we need to see at least round 1 or 2 to really get a tone for the fight. I wouldn't be surprised if they go the full fight, but I don't think Ngannou's ever gone that long in any fight.
The only time he's ever gone that long was against Stipe in the first one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and since then he's been knocking fools out fucking, in less than fucking, I think a round. I think his total time for his last fights they were saying was only like 5 or 8 minutes, probably less than that.
Hmm.
Damn, that's crazy, dude. That many fights and that's the most minutes you fucking have. That means those matches are ending fast as fuck. And I'm pretty sure he's the one that's been knocking them out. I have to double check his record, but I want to say he's been killing that shit.
I would like to see him fight Derek Lewis again, just because the first fight between them
Mm-hmm.
was real bad. I think that's another fight that Ngannou had that ended in decision. I think he might have actually lost that one. But yeah, I would like to see both of those guys fight again, and then both of them, Derek Lewis as well. He has picked up this game as well. Both of them have been really working at it. So this entire division is exciting. It's always exciting to see the heavyweights fight, the fucking gigantic motherfuckers fight, the bad motherfuckers fight. And I'm hyped, man. It's 8 o'clock Pacific time right now. Fucking maybe about two fights away from the main event. I'm excited, man. Uh, um,
Yeah.
I know that you are too.
Yo, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been counting down this whole week to this shit. Yeah, Francis Ngannou as of right now is 15-3. So one of those losses is to Stipe. I don't know where the other two losses are from off the top of my head. I will look it up, but I don't want to.
One of them is
Um,
Louis. I don't know who the other one is, but probably shout out to whoever that one
yeah.
guy is.
uh, yeah, so we have O'Malley next, and then we have the Woodley fight. So we're 2 fights away from the main fight. So uh yeah, man, excited. Definitely excited. My internet's working beautifully. It's in crisp HD right now. Just enjoying what I'm seeing right now. Um, so I did want to touch about it since we're talking about fights right now. I just feel like we need to talk about it just to see what the people probably want to know. Did you see the did you see the press conference between uh what Paul and Askren?
Oh my god, I did not. I didn't see the press conference. I didn't even know they were having one that day. But I did see the video where he like shoved his face and And who is it? Jake? Is Jake Paul?
One of the Pauls.
One of the Pauls. Fucking punches him in the side, and and Askren just eats it, man. I thought that was um
You
at
could
first
tell.
my first like observation of it. I was like, like whatever is beef, but then I just watched it over and over again. I was like, you know what? I think this might be fake. Like it might just be like fake beef. Like I remember the KSI. I think Logan Paul. I don't know, one of the fucking Pauls fucking fought KSI, and that shit went to a draw. And I was like, yeah, man, that shit was fixed. They had a gentleman's agreement, and I think that's something that might be going down right now.
I never saw the fucking KSI fight. I'm gonna be really honest with you.
I didn't watch
Look,
it either. I just saw some highlights because
ah.
hoping that both of them got some good punches in. Because fuck both of those motherfuckers.
Hey, I didn't want to say it, but you said it for me. Look, this is the thing too. We are an up and coming podcast, and we're not trying to start some shit like that. We're not trying to be weirdos looking for clout, as the kids say nowadays. You know, we were at this fool podcast. We're just two fools kicking the breeze. Being fools. We're just talking our shit, but we want to be. I think we want to be positive individuals. But in terms of fighting, fuck both Paul brothers. Fuck that for KSI too. Dog, give me a 4-week camp. I'll fucking dog. You don't even know.
Oof.
You don't even know, bro.
Oof.
Give me a 4-week fucking camp, dog. I don't need 6. I need fucking 4 weeks. 4 weeks, 7 days, easy. No sparring needed, dog.
And the gym bag's coming in. Woo! Everyone's gotta watch out. Everyone's getting hands left and right.
Dog. Man, look. Let me just put it like this, you guys. Let me just put it like this. My first fight was at 7. Never stopped since then. Never stopped till then.
It's blowing hands to 7 years old.
Let me just tell you right now, my record as of right now in all street fights, 7-0, bro. 7-0. Never been dropped. Never been taken down. Takedown defense is immaculate. Immaculate, bro. And that's like not knowing shit. Now imagine when I put on the G at that Gracie Academy. These fools don't want none of this. They don't want this fool smoke. They don't want smoke from no fool.
Give it to them. Give it to them.
But no, man. Like, look, dude. Boxing's a sport that everyone can partake in. It doesn't matter who you are. It's all about technique. After technique comes, power, speed, everything else in between. But I'm just telling you right now, these two motherfuckers are so full of shit. They come in thinking they can just own this shit like they fucking built it from the ground up. They're not the fucking Gracie family. They're fucking YouTubers that don't know jack shit. Then they want to come to LA. They want to come to where we're from, and they want to claim this shit as theirs. They want to act like they fucking run this bitch. And I'm like, look, like I said, to me, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, because I know if I ever catch these fools outside, I'm just saying, dog. Just saying. But I hope Askren fucking gets that dub. I probably won't watch the fight, to be honest.
I won't watch it either, but I hope Askren also gets the dub.
I hope Askren just goes dirty and just fucking slams that foot to the ground. Fuck that exhibition W, dog. Just fuck that fool up.
Yeah, I hope Askren takes a page of Masvidal's book and gives him that flying knee out of the gate. Yeah, and then that's it. Who cares, bro?
Exactly. Fuck it, dog. Put that foot in a standing guillotine. I don't give a fuck. We seen it happen before. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know. Fuck that fool. Fuck those Paul sisters. No one gives a fuck about those lame ass dudes, fucking TikTok fans and shit. Man, I don't even want to waste no more energy on them. Fuck those fools. Good luck, Ben Askren. I'll be rooting for you. I hope you do get disqualified for slamming him on his fucking head. But
and I hope you make that money.
Make that money, dog. But yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for this fight, man. Excited. I did want to bring up another thing. So at my current job, there's an animal control officer who just told me that I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm gonna say it because I'm a badass motherfucker. I don't give a fuck.
Unfiltered today.
This full podcast. We usually record on Mondays. Tell them what day we're recording.
Today's a Saturday. If you listen to this,
Saturday, dog. We're wilding out right now. Who's checking us, dog? Who's checking us? Anyway, the animal control officer told me that I guess he went on a call and then he found out. I think he said it was an abandoned property. Long story short, on an abandoned property, there was a Rottweiler mom with 5 puppies
Oh wow.
or 6 puppies. Now my heart started beating fast because people that know me know that I've been wanting a dog for a while now. I have cats, but they ain't the same like a dog. So I told my girl, look, I told her, I think literally a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months at most, I told her if a Rottie or a Doberman come into the shelter, I'm taking them. I'm telling you that right now. Now, the issue is she's not really too crazy about a Rottie just because we know a person that has a Rottie, and that person that has the Rottie, that Rottie was actually supposed to go to us. So that girl came in and swooped it from us.
Damn.
Yeah. So in her head, she kind of feels like she's just gonna have the dog like somebody else. But that girl that swooped that Rottie from us, first of all, apparently that Rottie was really bad for a puppy. Like this dude was aggressive already.
Mhm.
That's no bueno. Especially as a puppy, no puppy should be aggressive. Um, so that became her problem, I guess. And that was February 2020. So it's already been a year.
Mhm.
So anyway, long story short, um, I brought it up to her, told her, I know you have a Rottie. I've seen her. She's gorgeous. Um, but just want to let you know because my whole point is if I get this Roddy, I don't want no one thinking that I just wanted to fucking have the same child as Freddie. I don't do that shit. I don't ride styles, dog. I'm just letting people know that right now. It was a free. If it's a free dog, I'm taking it. I could spend 2 G's on a dog, or I can get a free dog and give the boy a home. So that's the way I'm seeing it right now.
E-
So I'm
e-
just
even if you were getting it just to copy me, I don't really care, bro. I mean, how long have Rottweilers existed? You know,
we're copying that Whole Food style.
how much has all this shit existed? You know, like fucking. I know a few other people who are like, oh, like I got it because it's different, you know, or it's like
Yeah.
that's like I get what you're trying to say, bro, but it's also kind of sad that you're letting people dictate your choices because like someone else has already gotten it. You get me? Like someone else got it because it might be some badass shit, you know?
No. That's why. That's what I'm saying. Look, Rottweilers, for people that don't know, those are some fucking sick ass dogs. If you raise them right, there's some sick
Mm.
ass fools. That's a fool's dog. I'm just bringing that up as a joke. So in case you guys see us on the gram and we both have rights, I want to hear shit from nobody, dog. I want to hear shit. But anyway, point being, um, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Yeah, man, I'm excited. I really hope that Roddy does come in. I mean, to be honest, part of me at the end of the day too, doing my research, um, I think for my lifestyle, I feel like I may not have enough adequate time for a Doberman just because they're more active than a Rottweiler will be. And I feel like a Doberman needs a yard. And I do live in an apartment. I feel like a Rottweiler might be more adjusted to an apartment just because if I keep him active outside and he can turn into a couch potato at home, then that's good for me. I mean, that's just in my experience with Rottweilers. They're not too active like that. They're not Huskies. They're not German Shepherds. They're not that crazy. So that's why I'm kind of gravitating more towards this. I'm just letting you know. So in case, like I said, we're on the gram, you see 2 Rottweilers, you see the official Rottweilers of this food podcast. We're just letting you guys know. Apparently, again, this is only something that the officer told me might happen. He said it looks like they're gonna come to the shelter most likely. I'm just letting people know right now. Um, but anyway, that'll be pretty dope though, my boy. You go on those hikes, I'm gonna tag along, and then, like I said, 2 badass dogs running around. Sick,
There
sick
you
ass
go.
shit.
The this food squad is growing by the day. And thank you foods for listening to this shit. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. Um, and they're only getting better and better.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know if you're watching right now, but the O'Malley fight's literally about to start right now.
Um, Now I am watching. I just have to open the door. I see. It's just starting. Shout out to everyone who was watching this shit live. I did hear that UFC was going to do an event in Florida, and that one was going to have roughly 11,000 people in attendance.
I believe yeah, I think it was 11,000 or 15,000 supposedly. It's supposed to be a fat ass number of people. I don't know if that's limited capacity numbers, but I mean, let's not be surprised. It's Florida, number one.
Yeah.
They've been doing their own shit since the whole thing started. They didn't give a fuck. Um, but yeah, that's gonna
Yeah.
be for the Usman and Masvidal fucking rematch with
Mhm.
the fucking crowd, man. Oh, woo, had to see that shit for sure.
That one's gonna be wild.
That one's gonna be wild as fuck. There's bad blood between those two. It's in front of a crowd. We haven't had a crowd at a fucking sporting event in a while now. It feels like forever. So I'm definitely pumped to see that one too. Um, but yeah, man, just after O'Malley, have Woodley, and then we have the main event, main card. Um, but yeah, man, what you been up to since I last saw you? What's going on?
Shit, man. Just been out there fucking on the grind. Same grind as usual. Unfortunately, for those people who are football fans, like I am, there's no football this week. It's international break, so there's no team. There's no team play. There's no leagues. Everyone plays for their international team, whether it's Mexico, U.S., Germany, England, and in the football community is international week is usually looked down upon. So there's no soccer today. America's playing in Dallas, Texas.
Oh yeah, I
Fucking
saw. I saw it
shout
on the
out,
gram.
shout out to everyone over there. I don't know if it's Dallas, but somewhere in fucking Texas. So shout out to
I
everyone
think
who's over there.
yeah, it might be Houston or
Uh,
Dallas, but yes, sir, they're in Texas.
so yeah, they're having a friendly against Monterrey. Fuck those fools. I just want to say arriba America. And yeah, there's no. We're on international break. I did hear. I don't know if you went last year. It was at the start of COVID that on the coast of California, we're starting to get the bioluminescent waves again. Did you hear about that? Is it the little plankton that turned the water blue?
No, fill us in.
So there's some plankton. I don't know what type, but they are on the coast they're on the shores of Los Angeles, probably through like San Diego, and maybe even more like in Malibu. Um, the point is, these plankton, whenever they absorb these UV lights from the sun, all that energy is stored, and in the night it gets radiated out, and they show this like blue light. They glow this blue light. So when you're out there and on the beach and you see these waves crashing, it looks like some neon lights. Like it had the waves have some glows. It's very beautiful. Um, for everyone who hasn't seen it, I recommend going out there. I went last year during COVID. Well, I mean it's still fucking COVID, but I mean I went last year at the start of the pandemic, and fucking you some fucking we were out on the shores of the beach, and some fucking patrol came down like trying to kick all of us out, because we were supposed to stay at home and shit, stay at home order and shit. So yeah, I really felt like an outlaw fucking running away and shit from like the fucking cops out there. But yeah, I recommend everyone to go take a look at them. It's very beautiful, and who knows when it will happen again.
um, fuck Newsom. All my homies hate Newsom. Oh, my bad. O'Malley just got dropped. Back on his
Oof.
feet. For those that didn't pay attention, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Um, yeah, that's you know what? I've seen images on Google and shit like that of the plankton and all that, the luminescent lights or waves. But I would like to see that shit in person. Definitely like to see that shit in person. Um, that's all. How's your team been doing? Who do you go for? Manchester City?
Manchester City, however, they're actually doing real good. Um, they're having one of their best seasons ever. Uh, Now they are though. But at the start, I was really concerned about them. They had a rough start, but they really picked it up. They just got off of like a 22 win streak, 22 wins in a row.
Mm.
Um, but unfortunately, it ended at the hands of their rivals, Manchester United. But whatever, they're still doing real good. They just came off of a dub off of Everton in some cup. There's a league and there's a cup. So they're now in the semifinals of the FA Cup. Um, they're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and they're currently first place in the Premier League, fucking 14 points ahead of Manchester United. I don't know how many games that is. That's probably like 4 games. 4 games ahead of Manchester United with like 8 games left in the season. I don't want to get too cocky or anything, but I think they're gonna they're gonna pull through and win the title this year, at least for the Premier League. The FA Cup, I would say they have a good chance of winning that. They're in the final of the Carabao Cup, even though that's not that real prestigious. And the Champions League. So I'm hoping that they win the Champions League. That's a competition that they've never won before.
Mhm.
So if they're able to pull through with that, I'll be fucking happy. I'll be fucking drunk as fuck, faded as fuck somewhere. If unfortunately it won't be an Insta with them.
Yeah,
but um, but yeah, man. I'll be real. I'll be real happy. They're having a real good season, and I just hope that they continue to push through. Now, I mean, I fucking believe in them every year. But
there you go. There you go, dog. Can't have any less. Can't
I
have
bel
nothing less than faith in them. You know.
yeah, I believe in them every year, and I this they're having another good year, and I just want to appreciate it because you never know. There's teams like, for example, the Chicago Cubs in baseball that went like 100 fucking years without winning the world title again. So this they might win the title. The Man City might win the title and now win it for another 100 years. So you gotta enjoy every game as it goes.
Definitely. All these fucking leagues, man. This is something I've always had a problem with. Like, excuse me, trying to follow not soccer. I'm so sorry. I almost fucked up right there. Football. Football. Um Problem that I've always had is just there's so many fucking leagues and I always hear like cup after this after that and I'm just like god damn I don't even know what the fuck they're competing for at this point. They just seem to be playing. uh but that's good to know they're in the quarterfinals. They're almost there. Almost there.
Almost there.
uh, I already know if I see them make it to the finals, I already know I'm seeing snaps, I'm seeing stories, I'm seeing tweets from this fool over here,
Hell yeah.
just hyped to the max, hyped to the T. And damn, I'm not a Manchester City fan. I don't have a
Not
European club
yet.
to go for. Not, not yet. Uh, but yeah, that's good to
I've
know that your team's doing good.
I've turned like 4 homies into America fans just because they've seen how hype I get.
You're the hype man for the
and,
America.
and and they're just like, damn, bro, like I have to root for them because I just see you get down for them, and that shit hypes me up. So I really appreciate those foods, and now that fucking COVID, now that we see the light at the end of the tunnel with COVID, hopefully I'm looking forward to going to the stadium, seeing all you fools there, and fucking having another good time.
Hey, hey, lit. Um, you know what? That's funny that you made your own homies like America fans because I was over here saying that I think I'm gonna try to get into hockey just because I never really gave it a chance. And the first thing you tell me is be a
You gotta be a
Blackhawks
Blackhawks
fan.
fan. Yes, sir.
I was like, not Anaheim Ducks, not LA Kings, not the local teams. And you said, nah, fuck those fools. Blackhawks.
You know what? The Anaheim. You know what? The Mighty Ducks. The Anaheim
The
Mighty
Mighty
Ducks.
Ducks. There we go.
The Mighty
Yes.
Ducks are pretty cool. Fuck the Anaheim Ducks. Fuck the LA Kings. Fuck the Nashville Wild. um, Chicago Blackhawks. I was actually thinking about them. How long? I wonder how much longer they have until this cancel culture goes after them, because we just
Oh,
saw
because of the logo?
because of the logo. We just saw the Washington Redskins, the Washington football team, change its name. Washington Redskins change their name to the Washington football team because of the Redskin name.
Whack.
And even though I think the Blackhawk name is not offensive, I do see why people would have a problem with that, and especially a problem with the logo. So I'm just saying, I'm just wondering, as a Blackhawks fan, if you're a Blackhawks fan, let me know, how long do you think we have until cancel culture comes after
That's
us?
how they become the Chicago hockey team.
Chicago
um,
hockey team. I mean, I don't know, whatever. I mean, I actually like Chicago's second logo. It's like a C with like two clubs making an X. I actually like that logo a lot, so I wouldn't mind if they just switch to that.
Do you think
But
they'll find the clubs offensive though?
I think they will. I think they will. Um, I think it's only a matter of time, really.
You know what? That's actually, you know what's funny though? Um, the fact that you're bringing this up was actually something I do want to bring up at some point on this podcast. What do you think about the whole council culture thing? Like, do you think it's warranted? Do you think half of the shit's just bullshit and everyone's sensitive now, or what do you think is going to happen? Do you think everyone's going to just go back to not being sensitive little shits, or
Cancel culture is a very slippery slope. Um, and some things I can see things getting canceled. And I can see where everyone is coming from, or at least where I think people are coming from. But I'm not really a fan of cancel culture, especially when it comes after like people in particular. I mean, I understand the Washington Redskins thing. I think even the Cleveland Indians in baseball have come under fire, and just other things in general in cancel culture. Like I can understand some things, but in terms of people, um, I think that's a little messed up because people have the ability to change, people have the ability to recognize their mistakes. So when I see people trying to like deplatform others or cancel others like shows or whatever it is, I'm not necessarily for that, because then it's only a matter of time until they come after you,
yeah,
and it's just a huge like I said, slippery slope. Like, do you really want to let that? Do you really want to let that out of the box?
it could have been. You did a great job explaining it. You pretty much hit on all the same notes I was going to touch upon. Um, yeah, I think this is definitely a slippery slope. Um, I think I think it's kind of bullshit half the time. I mean, it's not fair. It's really hard because you can't say what's offensive and what's not offensive. I
Hmm.
think in the subject of being offensive or being offended, I don't want to go into a whole motivational route of like, oh, you can choose not to be offended and blah blah blah, like because it's not always about that. Some people can genuinely be offended. We don't know what they might personally feel towards something.
Yeah,
Like if we went up to a Native American and we asked them, how do you feel about these logos? You know, we wouldn't know unless we hear from them, and that one person can't speak for the rest of
yeah,
the rest of the group. So even that's not even accurate enough to really base anything off of. But it's a hard it's I'm not surprised if they come after them because they already did it to the Redskins. So why the fuck are they not going to come for the Indians and the fucking Blackhawks at this point?
mm,
Um, it feels a little bit like a. I don't want to. It might sound wrong to some, but I'll explain. I think it's the way it's operating feels like a disease. It feels like anytime there's error, it's automatic quote unquote cancellation.
mm,
They come after them with everything they've got. And the weird thing is that too that I've always been arguing with, not arguing with, but I've been voicing with coworkers and other people was that I think it's hypocritical. It's very hypocritical because like let's use comedy for example. Um I don't understand like comedy. Okay, so let's use Dave Chappelle. So with Dave Chappelle, if you haven't watched Dave Chappelle, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but he's very funny, one of the greatest of all time, hands down. I'm willing to argue with anyone about that. He's definitely going down as one of the goats. But his shit can be offensive to anyone that he's making fun of.
mm,
But the one thing that I saw that he got attacked for a while ago was the whole transgender joke. He had a whole bit about transgender folks, and I feel like he's even talked about it before in past specials that these people, like certain people, didn't have a problem laughing at blacks, whites, Asians, Hispanics, but when they talked about transgender, then all of a sudden they drew the line there. And
mm,
I feel like, personally speaking, I think at that point, first of all, comedy is subjective. So what you find funny may not be funny to somebody else, and vice versa. So you can't dictate what's funny and what's not funny because somebody else may not, and then it just goes down from there. So I just feel like, well, if you're willing to laugh at everyone else who may be offended by a joke, but once the joke touches to you, then all of a sudden you want to call it offensive and it's wrong and blah blah blah. Then I'm just saying, oh, that's hypocritical now because you should have been offended also for the black people that got made fun of, the white people that got made fun of. You know, you should have got offended for all these other people, but you didn't because it wasn't about you, and it only mattered when it became a joke about you. Then all of a sudden it's wrong. That's why I think council culture is one of those biggest hypocritical things. Is that
Yeah.
it seems to only be wrong when it's everyone else but yourself. Once it gets to you, then there's every excuse in the book on why you're not wrong and so on and so forth. And I just feel like this council culture shit's ridiculous. I'm hoping it's gonna hit that point where we just finally say fuck you to all those pussies and we tell them to fuck off and they just fucking go back to, just I wouldn't say we go back to how it was because it won't go back to that anyway if we wanted it to, but it's definitely gonna hit the point where we finally understand, that we're gonna finally understand, that basically there's a difference between trying to counsel someone and then just calling them out on bullshit.
Hmm.
So like recently they're trying to cancel Eminem because of the heinous shit he was saying in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, what the fuck? If he didn't even get canceled then, why the fuck do you think he's gonna get canceled now?
It's funny that you bring that up because the other day I was listening to some Eminem and the lyric came up like I smoke a fat pound of grass and fall on my ass faster than a fat bitch. I sat down too fast, and I just couldn't stop laughing, bro. Like I couldn't believe that was actually in the song, and then that wouldn't happen in today's world for sure.
But see, that's another thing too. Now that it's music, and music is, some people are going to argue art. I argue that music is art. It
Hmm.
does depend on what genre it is. Music is art. Art's universally objective. No matter what, you can't truly define art. Art is art. Self expression. So if he feels like self expression through those lyrics, how are you going to tell him that he's offensive?
Yeah.
Aren't you then fucking trying to control how he expresses himself? Isn't that just as wrong too?
Hmm.
But then now we come into this weird fucking cycle of like what's offensive, what's not offensive, what's self-expression, what's just being a dickhead,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like I hope this shit ends soon. One of my coworkers was thinking it's gonna push us to civil war. I don't think that shit's gonna get that far.
Damn, that sounds That I mean, that's the extreme, right?
That's an that exactly.
Let's
That's
not
an
hope
extreme.
that it gets to that point. But I mean, you can never rule it out. It's fucking anything's possible. But I hope that that doesn't have to happen.
Yeah, I personally don't think I'll reach civil war over some dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
They're gonna come after the logos eventually. They're gonna try to cancel these guys again. At this point, I feel like cancel culture is definitely one of those things where like it only has power if you give it power.
Hmm.
You know, it's kind of like a bully. Like a bully can only get to you if you give that bully the reaction they want. Because if you don't give that bully what they want, then they can't. What are they gonna do?
Hmm.
Maybe they can fight you, but that's different. But I don't know. That's the way I'm seeing it. Like, feels like cancel culture is ironically also bullying the people that they find offensive. And like you brought up earlier, like people can grow. If someone says some stupid shit at 17, it's kind of like, okay, we really gonna pretend like not all of us at least said one stupid thing when we were
That's
younger?
that's another thing. Like the fucking old tweets, the old shit. I'm already ready. I'm already ready for the MySpace shit that's gonna pop out when this shit gets popping. I don't give a fuck. You
Hey
know.
dog, I already looked at my Twitter to try to see what I fucking said. But
I'm
then I
ready.
came to a crossroads. I was like, am I a hard ass fool? Am I a bitch ass fool? And I was like,
I
nah,
said a
fuck that. I'm leaving it.
I said a lot of stupid shit as I was a kid, and before I used to be like, yeah, man, fuck that motherfucker who tweeted some racist shit fucking 10 years ago. But now as someone who's gone through the process of tweeting or saying dumb shit and learning that what that's wrong and changing
Yeah.
my perspective, now I understand that other people have the capability to do that. And I mean, like some of these tweets are like when people are like 14 years old and shit, 13 years old.
Yeah. It's context is everything too, because you're comparing a 35-year-old man on Twitter to like how he was on 17.
Hmm.
And it's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, dog,
Yeah.
he's a fucking grown ass man. You're comparing him to his teenage self. Like, in that case, a lot of us are fucked then if that's how we're gonna fucking try to operate. But like I said, I think at the end of the day, council culture is poisonous and it's just hypocritical. They're gonna find they're ironically what they advocate against, which is just bullying. They're just fucking bullying people.
Yeah.
They're like, how dare you fucking say some dumb shit at 17, piece of fucking shit, go to hell, blah, 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 this and that. And it's kind of, what the fuck? What if this motherfucker that you're attacking has mental health issues? He kills himself now. Are we going to come after that person that pushed him to that edge? Like,
Yeah,
is there repercussions for that or
I can
what?
see where like the well, at least for some of the people in part of cancel culture are just fucking assholes. Some
Yeah.
people just want to fucking ride the wave. But so I can see where a percentage of that comes from like a good-hearted place where they want to do good and they feel like they want to justify or correct the bad things in the world. But I mean, I don't know if these actions that we're doing are really justifying it. You know, like are the steps we're taking right now really correcting the past? You know, is that are we ever going to be able to do things that will correct the past? I don't know. You know, I think that's a very complex question, but I will just like with any movement where anyone can join, you know, it's always loaded with a range of people from the people who are good-hearted to the fucking dickheads who just want to yell at people.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference of also, are you here to just call shit out without having any resolutions or solutions in mind? Or you just, are you part of the problem, part of the solution? I like to tell people,
Hmm.
and I hate that shit when I hate when people do that shit. Like, oh, they can find everything wrong in the world, but when you're like, all right, well, since you want to point out everything that's wrong, well, what do you have to offer to help us fix this? They're like, oh, I don't fucking know. And it's kind of all right then, shut the fuck up. The fuck, you don't have anything valuable to add. Don't say shit then.
Hmm.
That's just how I feel nowadays. It's like, no, then shut the fuck up. That's it. That's it. There's no this, there's no that. Just shut the fuck up. Unless you have a plan to help us out of this rut, then speak your mind. If you don't, we don't need another dickhead trying to talk shit to somebody when there's already 10,000 other dickheads fucking on his fucking neck, you know? We don't need that shit.
For real, for real. I just hope that we can just move on from this shit, even though this shit really seems complex and fucking seems gonna take years to figure out what people want. You know, you know, like I like the expression that gets tossed around a lot, that hard times make hard men, and then weak times make weak men, or just people in general. You know, you can apply that to whatever you identify as.
Definitely. I also feel like social media has a huge hand in this shit, you know?
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
I think I heard it was on JRE. He was his most recent one like 2 days ago. He was interviewing that Navy SEAL. Sorry, I forgot his name. Um, the one that was the subject of the movie Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Navy SEAL. They were talking about it for a little bit, and he was trying to say that his generation, which is Generation X, was the cusp of growing up outside and then growing up with the internet. But I wanted to make the argument. I don't think that's Generation X. I think that's millennials. I think millennials were the end of that time where we were the kids that were growing up outside of the internet, and we grew up with the internet as it progressed and really took off. Like we were there when the computers were fucking fat and ugly, and now here they are, sleek, skinny, and fucking 4K. And we're still relatively young. So I was just saying that I think that's us. I think millennials are the ones that grew up on that end. I think we're part of that idea of like, oh, I mean, it sounds fucked up to say, but through bullying, you can like make people who have thicker skin. You can help them, in loose terms, say that you make them harder. Cause definitely nowadays, man, everything's like really nerfed. Everything's really padded for kids nowadays. Generation. What's this generation called? The Z, the
I don't
Zoomers.
know what fucking generation's which. I don't know what generation I'm part of. I just fucking fuck everyone before me. I just was born into this world and I had to fucking deal with it, and I'm just trying to leave it better for the people coming.
Definitely, but I think that's part of it comes from, like how do we make it better? And I just feel like, well, I think the fact that this fucking internet shit is making everyone more sensitive than they already were is not helping. Like
Hmm.
motherfuckers go on social media just to get made fun of, and on my head I'm just like, just get off the phone, dick. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Just go outside, go do something. But then again, I think that's just because that's how most of us were raised. At least like people our age were raised. We went outside. We got scraped on our knees. We went to go play rough.
Hmm.
We ran those fades in school when fucking motherfuckers made fun of us. Nowadays, everyone says, "Oh, counsel." And you go on Twitter, and you counsel that person that bullied you, and it's kind of like, "Dick, what the fuck?" Like, he's just gonna go back to school, whoop your ass, you know. But no, I think this cancel culture shit's ridiculous. It got way out of hand. It might have
Yeah,
had the right intentions at first, but no, this shit just got way blown out of proportion, you know.
yeah, man. Like I said, I can see where people have good intentions with this, but it's a slippery slope. And who knows where it only takes us from here. Uh, O'Malley just fucking wrapped up a dub.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see him back on that win column as well. We got fucking Woodley about to prepare to come out. Hopefully he gets to whip some ass. Main event coming up. I'm fucking hyped. I basically said all the bullshit I gotta say. What about you, bro?
No, I think we touched upon everything we need to touch upon. I mean, other than that, I mean, we're just gonna keep posting it like this. New schedule, you guys know. Every Saturday night we record, get our drinks, get our smokes, do what we gotta do, hash it out like two real ass fools instead of starting no Twitter shit, you know. but um, but yeah, man, we're just I think I said everything I need to say.
Later on, guys, fucking follow us on Spotify. We're about to hop on Apple Music and Buzzsprout. We are on IG at This Food Podcast. Fucking follow us. Let us know what's up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fucking send us some pictures of that carnita asada on a Sunday or whatever. You're at work. Let us know. Okay, thank you
Also,
for
another.
guys.
Oh yeah, thank you guys so much for your time for listening. I feel like I'm screaming. I need to stop already. I feel like my neighbors are probably, what the fuck's this just screaming about? But no, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for taking the time. We have other episodes that we're posting them up, just trying to get it worked out because certain shit got weird, and then like I don't know what the fuck. But we have those shits coming on the way. So for those of you that saw an episode that's basically 5 weeks old, which is the only one on YouTube right now, just be patient. We're gonna have the other ones that you guys can binge watch and get used and watch and shit. Spring break's coming up, and if you're still following COVID protocols, you can watch those shits, hash those shits out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. Take it the time to watch us be fools, listen to us be fools. Um, you know what? Follow us on IG, This Food Podcast, Spotify, This Food Podcast. It's going to be on Apple Podcasts, This Food Podcast. We're going to get to you guys whether you like it or not. We're getting to you fools. And, we do got some shit that's going to be coming up soon, merch wise. We've been saying that for a while, but we really are. It's already in the works. We're just finalizing a couple things real quick. And I didn't even get to tell you this. I totally forgot. I'm going to remind you right now before we end it. I was supposed to go to Universal this past Wednesday. Tickets were sold out. My girl
Damn.
my girl was a real MVP though. We went to downtown Disney. Oh fuck, we didn't even talk about that. Anyway, doesn't
Hey,
matter.
next
Downtown
podcast.
Disney's whack.
Next podcast.
Downtown Disney's whack, dog. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That shit is lame. That shit was boring. Anyway, uh, long story short, she got tickets. Real ass one, real ass fool. She got tickets for Universal Studios in 2 weeks. I'm gonna be rocking that merch 2 Fridays from now. I'm gonna be rocking that merch, you guys. So when you fuck with it, the link's gonna be there. You guys are gonna see it in action. You guys are gonna see it in real life, and then you're gonna want to be part of this community. Bet, bet.
Bet.
But anyway, I'm gonna post that shit. We're gonna hype that shit up because it's what we do, and this is what's worth wearing. We're real ass fools. Support some real ass fools. But anyway, um, thank you guys again for your time, for listening to us. We saw that we're still getting views on that episode we posted on, so thank you guys, whoever's watching it. Uh, other than that, my boy, I think that's it, right? This Tyron Woodley's about to fight. They're already walking now. They're about to fucking get stitched up, or was this have Stitch throwing that Vaseline real quick? Got Herb Dean right there. I'm watching. Damn. Woo. Ready, dog. I'm ready.
We'll hit you guys back with the next episode on the results of tonight's fucking fights and more bullshit, bro. Fucking take care, everyone. Let us know. Let us know. Follow
Yes,
us on IG.
sir.
Take care.